promises we made sitting in front of a fireplace in embark to each other that stands after all this time. Many of the people who came up here to hug me just now, the V partners, they were sitting back there. So many of them were repeating the same thing to me. In my ears as they came up to me, they say, "You kept your promise." Just that you have kept your promise. Now, it's the same between Japan and I.
I remember that Vijay was telling you all my debts, problems, and you hugged me and you told me, "Japa, I'm going to help you pay all your debts. More than that, we're going to make a lot of money." At that time, I didn't really I thought it was just some, words of encouragement. And you hugged me, but then I realized it was really a promise that was well kept. Took a year. Not bad. But it was it's amazing.
Everything becomes possible once you start to do. You see, alone, we had a lot of doubts, but we came together. The doubts began to disappear. Become so much stronger when you are together. Together, everyone achieves more. And what I said earlier about building teams, believe it, it is the single most powerful thing you can do. Are you with me? And he was the first member of my team. You start with one, but pick that one very carefully. Are you with me?
Yes.
Because you look to the heart first. Everything else becomes secondary. You want somebody who will stay with you through thick and thin. And that was a decision that we made together. That has been 27 years.
27.
So anyway, we will continue to talk about this over the next few days in between. And we will reminisce together, because it's hard to believe it's been 25 years, that we are sitting here. First thing that we learn to do in this arena is certain ground rules. When I talk, you listen. Are you with me? The reason that you are here, sitting in your chair right now, is because whatever is happening in your world out there, whatever is happening in your life out there, is simply not enough. Is that not true?
Yes.
It's simply not happening yet. And it needs to happen. There are people who depend upon you. There are things that you need to change. And if at all, anything, your life needs to change. Is that not true? The most powerful journey is a journey that you make within. As I said earlier when I was talking, this is not about you taking on the world or wanting to change the world. Don't worry about the world. The world existed for thousands of years, millions of years before you came along. And it will be there after you leave. Worry about yourself. It is your journey that is the most important thing. Even the person sitting next to you right now, however well you may be connected, however close you can be, or it could be a complete stranger, it matters not. Ultimately, their life is theirs and yours is yours. Is that not true? Your first bath was given by a stranger. You know this, no? The very first bath in your life was given by a total stranger, and your last bath will be given by a stranger. And this is not in your hands. So what is in your hands? Yesterday is finished. There's not a single thing you can do about yesterday. Are you with me? You need to come to a realization over the next few days. It is because of a realization like this, at some point in my life, that I'm standing here today. And it's because the same realization has not reached you yet that you're sitting there. Are you with me? This journey within has to start internally. You have to be honest with yourself. Are you with me? You have to stop lying to yourself. The reason that you're sitting there right now in these seats where you are today is primarily because you have learned to lie to yourself so well, you have begun to believe your own lies. Are you with me? You say to yourself, I will do this tomorrow. I will do that tomorrow. I will get round to doing it tomorrow. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever changes. Am I right? The only thing you ever have is this moment right now. Tomorrow is never yours, will never be yours, and tomorrow never comes. It's a realization you must sit in your head. Tomorrow never comes. Why? Because tomorrow will always be tomorrow. Enough. The only thing you have is today, right now, this moment. You came here thousands of miles to feel this moment. And this is the moment by which you need to make a change into your lives. Forget about the person next to you, the person behind you, by the side, who came with you, who didn't. Forget about everyone looking at you right now. The only thing that you need to look at is yourself. Because they are not going to live your lives for you. Because when you become successful, only you become successful. Success is not, you can share the profits, you can share the benefits of what you get out of success. You understand? You can buy a home for others, someone you love, give them gifts, you can do things for others, but the success itself is only yours. Samjena? I don't need you to sit here and just listen. I need you to sit, absorb, and take this message back home. Are you with me? I am not talking to you simply because you are here to attend some conference. The VCON is not about a conference. I have never looked at it as a conference. A VCON to me is life-changing. All these people who are standing in front, sitting in front here, the people who are making the money, who are on that path right now, began sitting where you are. At some point, something happened over here. We call it the click. It's called the click. There's even a book written about it called Click. You can Google it. There is a lot written on the subject, from psychological material on it, historical data, this, that, and the other, how human beings have this thing called a paradigm shift. Means that they make a complete 180-degree change in their lives, and it happens just like that. People who tell you that they will stop drinking tomorrow will never stop. Stop smoking tomorrow will never stop. Are you with me? People who tell you they will stop it gradually, little by little, absolute rubbish. The only thing in your hand at any given moment is this minute. Are you with me? So if you stop, you don't stop tomorrow or a little bit at a time. You stop right now. Are you with me? Now, you heard Japa. Japa had a decision that he had to make at one point. The two of us met, we talked, and a decision had to be made. And at that moment, it was yes or no. Because I was returning. I had done what I had set out to do in the country that he was living in, and I was going back. At that moment, he wanted me to stay. But in order for that to happen, he had to commit himself. The commitment is made in a second. Not over days, not if someone says, I've got to think it over, forget it. Are you with me? It happens in a second. All decisions are made in a second because the next second is not yours. If I were to commit to you that I am doing a class, a very special master class, right, where I will teach you to make $1 million US in 30 days, or give it to you, and I can give it to you. I'm not just saying it. I can give it to you. Are you with me? How many will turn up? See, look at all these hands. How many will come? $1 million. Are you going to come tomorrow at 6 a.m.? Are you going to be there?
Yes.
This is called arrogance. Because none of you can commit to me that you can be here at 6 a.m. Let me hear those hands again. How many of you can commit? You got a runner, speaker, mic? Let me see those hands. I see. You see? You see, even 1 second is not in his hands. Did he know that he was going to fall? This could not have been planned. I guarantee you it could not have been planned. Are you with me? Devaraj, where are you? Did you just pretend to do this? Are you sure? Can you tell them that you didn't? It is painful. So where's the hero who put his hand up just now? Which one was it? Aye na. अरे जल्दी करो ना. चलो. आपके नाम? Sami ji. You are telling me you will be there, no? For the class tomorrow?
Yes, I said, but this incident happened in front of me.
Super.
If I live by tomorrow,
But you see, so many people put up their hands just now. Right?